The more terrible truth is that over 8,000 people, over 8,000 people who were beloved members of their families are not coming back, and their deaths are an incalculable loss to their friends and their family, as well as our community.
That was the LA County Health Director getting emotional over the growing death toll there. Today in California, reporting 220 more lives lost, the most the state has reported in a single day. Medical facilities are being overwhelmed. Many are turning to overflow units as the U.S. sets more new records with more than 106,000 Americans currently hospitalized. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman has more on how one hospital is dealing with the surge. Matt?
Hey, Terry and Deirdre. I'm outside Providence, Cedars-Sinai in Tarzana, California. It's a suburb of Los Angeles. And this place, like pretty much every hospital in this state at this point, has been overwhelmed with patients. So at some point during the day, they have their emergency walk-ins. That's the emergency room right there. But when it becomes overwhelmed and too packed, they flip the sign and direct people in here. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. And basically, because of social distancing and because they've had to keep people separate and because they've had so many patients after the Thanksgiving surge, they had to create this MASH unit. There's a waiting room right here, triage there, and in this tent where they actually take some vitals, figure out what the patient has, and then they process them down here. There's patient care in rooms like this. You can see that's where they would be put up. And we were talking to the director of nursing here, and it's the same story we've heard across the country. Nobody's ever experienced anything like this. They've drilled for hazmat, for, biological disasters, but nothing that would last a full year.
Nobody's ever drilled for a sustained pandemic lasting a year, and what do you do about it? And what we're seeing now is what we expected in March. But what we did in March was we really effectively socially distanced. Everyone adhered to the rules. And now we're not seeing that. And now we're seeing a tremendous spike, and it's not just here in California, it's across the entire country.
How exhausted is your staff?
My staff's tired, but what I have to say about my team here is they're so resilient, right? Every day we huddle with our team, we talk to the team, we check on how everyone's doing, and all you can do is check on them, make sure that they're getting enough rest. If people are tired or exhausted, we're making sure that we get them the breaks and the relief that they need. But it's my job to set it all up and make sure that they're able to provide the care to those patients and take care of themselves in the process.
And so in addition to having to expand hospitals, nursing staff, doctors are incredibly exhausted. They keep having to create new space and new ideas to deal with the influx of patients. And COVID fatigue has really had an effect because what they're telling us is that there isn't enough mask compliance here in California at this point. Now, we spoke to the head of the ICU at this hospital who says that he's been working 20-hour days for about 2 continuous weeks. He told us he almost fell asleep at the wheel the other night driving home just because he was so exhausted. He was just a couple of streets away from his house, but he had to pull over and take a power nap. Lots of people crashing. This is happening continuously across the country, and while the vaccine news is excellent and it is uplifting and it is the light at the end of the tunnel, this is a very long tunnel, and everybody tells us that it's going to be months more of this grim death toll and soaring patient count that hospitals like this are going to deal with. The only thing that can help them right now, they say, is not the vaccine, because it's not going to come out in big enough numbers. It's mask compliance. Terry and Deirdre.
Matt Gutman, Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.